What's good? What's good? Odd Solomon. Merry Christmas, y'all. I want to let y'all know I love y'all. I hope everybody's blessed. I hope everybody's good. Everybody's enjoying themselves. Especially my brothers that that just came home, and I just wanted to put that out there first and foremost. Cadillac, Justin Young, S Man, salute, bro. I'm loving seeing y'all live y'all life, bro. I know where y'all come from. I know what y'all frowns look like. So to see what y'all smiles look like, I see the real joy within y'all, and it makes me light up. And I just wanted to talk a few moments. I'm not gonna take too much of your time, but I wanted to talk about our fellow comrades that's in prison. And for those of y'all that have loved ones, friends, anybody that's in prison or any kind of jail setting in the military or anything, send them letters, man. Send them letters, accept them calls, send those pictures. You don't know how much that means to people that's incarcerated. Sometimes you might get a card for Christmas, and I can speak personally. I used to read that thing till February, and it would just hold me on, because we have to hold on to those light moments in prison, because that's all we had at the end of the day. So we had to ponder those things instead of pondering the bad that was right in front of our face. But what people don't realize is that as incarcerated veterans, is what I call as my comrades, which I salute. We fought a different kind of battle. We don't have any benefits to come out here, and even with the vets don't have any benefits. That's why I salute the camo so much, because I know their struggle, and they fight battles. You know what I'm saying? And they get paid for this, and have blood on their hands, and they come back here and they get ridiculed and they get stigmatized. And it's the same way with convicted felons. Most of us, anyway, that tried to do the right thing and actually made something of ourselves as much as we could in the Department of Corrections, came out here to an unloving world. And the world as a whole doesn't realize the things that we had to go through. We was wired a certain way in prison to where it's only the strong survive. So I have to conduct myself a certain way, even if that's not in me, and I don't want to be that, but I know I'm smart enough to know that this is the only way I'm going to survive, with my manhood intact, with my pride intact, and with my mind intact. Because it's just so many different things. I can give you a for example, just to bring you back a little bit. I had been in prison like 10 years, and someone had walked past me one morning. It was a new fella that had just got there, and he looked me in my eyes and said, "Good morning." And that just sounded so foreign. You don't hear that a lot in prison. You do, and it's something so simple. You do not hear that. You'll hear "God bless you" when you sneeze before you hear a "good morning." And that really should be the first thing people should say, because you're trying to make your morning better. And even with my Muslim brothers, assalamu alaikum, alaikum assalam, I'm letting you know that I see you in peace, I greet you in peace, I want to leave you in peace. I put more peace unto you. And it's just like, it's when you think about that, it desensitizes the person, the man, for whenever you deal with life a certain way. And there's no Christmases or holidays in prison. You know what I'm saying? They don't put up decorations. They might give us we might be looking forward to a couple of days off of work and maybe a baked chicken that's not even all the way done. So, you know what I'm saying? And they give us these Christmas bags that's really, $5 worth of candy to a bunch of grown men. But, you know what I'm saying? We put ourselves there, and we had to accept the responsibility, which I understand that, and I'm accepting that. But I'm just trying to show you about the men that you're dealing with out here. Like I said, it's not a secret. I did 16 years and 10 months. And I can almost tell you the days, too. But in that time period, I didn't realize how messed up I really was until I came out here. And the things that were applauded and looked at as a good attribute in prison are actually my downfall out here. Being aggressive, being assertive, being violent, being a jerk, really. You know what I'm saying? Because certain people, I used to have this thing that I talk to people to where they come talk to me, and those are brothers that done time with me know that I'm telling the truth when I say this. They would come talk to me and be like, "Hey man, you know what's going on?" Because I was in my spiritual thing, and I was reading a lot, and I was prostrating, and I was I was in a relationship with God, and that's the only person I wanted a relationship with, because I was going through a lot. And guys would come and try to talk to me because I was doing peer support organization groups, and I was doing character counts and orientation, and I was speaking to these guys when they first came in. But I was just giving them the game on certain things that I knew, but I wasn't really a social person. So when people would come and want to talk to me later on, I would stop them and be like, "Hold up. I'm sorry I gave you the impression that I wanted to talk to you. I don't. I really just want to beep out my books. I don't want to talk to anybody." And some people were put off by that. But at the end of the day, I'm just being all the way honest with you. And I came out here with that same bluntness and that same honesty. And it's not really the way to go, because I'm not caring about anybody's feelings when I do that. You know what I'm saying? Even though these are the things I just really want to say, and I don't want to play the mental gymnastics. I don't want to go back and forth with this. But it's things that that people don't even realize that when you're dealing with it, of the reasons why these people, these men, these convicted felons, or why they do the things that they do. And I'm just giving you a for instance of why things, we've seen things, we've heard things, we've done things in prison that have made us the person that we are. Not saying that's the person that we always want to be. And I get out here and I'm lost, with the anxiety most of the time, because even though it may seem like I'm on edge, I'm focused, I know what I want. A lot of the time it's just an uphill battle. I fight these battles because I want to be good. I seek the light and not the shadows. And I was touched by Jesus and I was touched by God, but still that doesn't make my journey any any easier or any harder. It's still an uphill battle. But I just want to let y'all know, man, even I love y'all, and I feel y'all struggle. And like I said earlier, I struggle with anxiety. I go to the store and I'm searching for things, and I'm trying to find good presents. I'm hoping that these people like them, and now I'm in the giving mode, but it turns out to be an anxiety to where I don't even know if I deserve these presents or if I should give these people presents. There's all kind of uncertainties, and just to make light of it, I went to grab the movie Frozen. I went to grab a wig from the movie Frozen. And at the same time, a woman grabbed it, and I broke out in the song, let it go, and she let it go. But it was just a funnier aspect, to where I had to make light of the situation, or else I was about to explode. I was almost filled this high with anxiety. But, it's all well and good, and it's all in love, and it's all in support. That's how I come, and that's how I overturn all my anxieties and my fears as I try to love, my fellow brother, because I feel like this, if I'm going through it, I know that these guys like Lack, like S-Man, even like Justin Young. These are my friends. These are people that I watched in prison, and like I said earlier, I know what their frowns look like. I know what their tears look like. I know what their complaints are. To have and see these pictures being put out on Facebook, and I'm seeing it, makes me light up, because I know these are my comrades. These are people I went through the struggle with. But like I said, it's all love. But I just want you to know that when you're dealing with a convicted felon that's done extended amounts of time in the Department of Corrections, especially in Louisiana, that, man, have patience with that person. Especially, these are people that have been in bad situations for so long. They only know how to respond to certain things a certain way. And we're breaking out of that slowly but surely. We're breaking the stigma, and that's what my message is to my brothers. I really want you to take one thing today and just do a good deed, just because, not because nobody's gonna see it, but more than likely somebody will. And you're going to be doing something they're not expecting you to do, and which shines on good on all of us. And that's my whole goal. That's what I set out to do almost every day, because I never forget about my comrades. I never forget about my brothers, even the ones that's in prison, waiting on that phone call, waiting on you to accept it or to send these pictures. Just do what's in your heart, but don't never forget where you come from, because that's what makes us, man. And it's just all love, man. It's just all love, and I want to pour out my heart, because I want to let you know I'm struggling, and if you're struggling, know that there's brighter days. There's brighter days, and that God got us. And I've had a personal experience with Jesus, man, and He showed me that it's all love. And just to show you a little bit of that, I was in prison, and I had really given up on everything. And I was in a parish, and I was on my way back to prison, it seemed like. But God had other plans, and I just broke down in tears, man. And I was in a cell with a little guy, and he was asking me like, man, what's wrong? And I'm like, man, I don't want to talk, and then I was drawn to a Bible, which I know the Bible, but I wasn't, I didn't focus on it biblically like I should have. I've read it, but it never spoke to me like that. I never understood how people would say it's a living word. But I had a situation to where I knew I was going through it, and I opened up the page, and it was exactly what I needed to hear. I did that every day for about 4 days, and it was always something I needed to feel, hear, read, and that was going to help my recovery, and that was going to help my anguish and my pain. And then all of a sudden, it became to where I was going to the Bible religiously, to where it was like I was receiving a letter from my personal friend that just loved me so much, and that was just putting this, that was writing this particularly for me. And then all of a sudden, I felt like a warm hand on my heart. And it took away all the pain, all the sorrow, all the regret, everything that I have ever felt, and released it. And I found myself in happy tears. And then I had true peace. At that moment, I didn't care what happened. I didn't care if I went back to jail. I was just a submission to God. To whatever God wanted me to do, I was cool with. I was like, man, if I got to go through 7, 8 more years, you might want to have somebody you want me to minister there, because there's angels that's locked up. You know what I'm saying? They had made bad, there's sinners and there's saints. And they're everywhere. They're across the world. But It had got, my relationship with God. Now I understand I had a physical encounter, a spiritual physical encounter that changed my being. And it made me just want to love everyone, because if God can love me and it took all that pain from me, and I've done some horrible things in my life, and for him to do that and allow me to feel that peace and to be my friend, salute, God. Anything you want me to do, look, my life is yours. Whatever you want me to do, I trust you. And that's all I'm trying to put out there to y'all, man. Like, once again, I salute y'all. Merry Christmas. I Solomon. I love y'all.